125 pounds. Making his way to the blue corner, James Taylor.
All right, James 12-gauge Taylor, a 2-2 overall record, or excuse me, 2-1 overall record here. Fighting out of Legends Martial Arts, or excuse me, Underdog MMA.
Another underdog competitor here with Adele Lalick and Russell Leaks as the coach. We've previously seen him at RFC. Big, long reach on 12 gauge.
Stands at 5'10", correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And he's always a guy that's going to fight off the back foot. That's where he's at his most comfortable. But listen, the man that he's stepping in there with is very technical, very sharp, loves to apply pressure, has a heavy Muay Thai background, so you have to think he's going to be pushing the pace in his own regard, fighting out of Glory MMA.
They call him the Bengal Tiger, MD Hague. Been training since 2018, fighting since 2021. And he is no stranger to pressure. He's competed in the WKA tournaments, and he is ready to go here.
This could be another good one.
The following contest on the card for K-Series Kickboxing, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds at 125 pounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He steps through the ropes with a fight record of 1 win, 1 loss, representing Underdog Mixed Martial Arts, 12 gauge, James Taylor. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He steps through the ropes with a fight record of 2 wins, 0 losses, representing Glory Mixed Martial Arts, the Bengal Tiger, MD Haque.
MD Hague with a large following here in the audience. Man in charge
of the action at the sound of the bell, Mr. Marcel Varela.
The last time we saw James Taylor was at another RFC promotion. He fought Brian Guerrero, who we saw earlier. And Guerrero applying a lot of pressure, and that's what MD Hague, I have a feeling, is going to be doing.
Wants to do. Yeah, that is the one thing I'd say about 12 gauge is that he does have a little bit of a problem, dealing with pressure. He told me pre-fight that he's just looking to fight his fight, not looking to get into a dog fight, wants to keep calm, composed, and he said utilize his game plan.
3 scheduled 2-minute rounds here at K-Series. Liam Tarrant and Jacob Cooperman joining you.
And you'll see that 12 gauge has very slick boxing, but also fantastic kicks. Where he's at his best is where he's at right now. Fighting off the back foot, staying on the outside. I mean, he did well versus Brian Guerrero. And Brian Guerrero was
a good fight.
A killer.
Oh, nice shots there, especially a guy like, to be 5'10" at 125 pounds, you can clearly see the reach advantage there.
Yeah, and he wants to utilize all of that. But Haque, got to get inside. I mean, he's going to be able to do that with that Muay Thai background, chop at the legs, get inside, throw big combinations. It is going to be difficult for him, though. We talk about the smaller guy all the time, getting in on the longer man. That is always a challenge.
A lot of ways to negate that. If he can get that ring position and keep 12 gauge James Taylor with his back against the ropes or in the corner, if he can corner him, then he could probably apply his game plan a bit more. With a taller guy like that, I mean, he's got such long legs, as you saw right there, he can be out of the way so quickly if you give him that open space behind him.
Yep, yeah, and you see he's just a master, and he likes throwing that overhand too. Just a master at, like to your point, throwing shots and then just creating that just amount of space, like that little bit of amount of space to get out of the way of shots.
We'll see if the Bengal Tiger can slash his way inside.
Nice.
The other thing about tall guys, you see the distance from his knee to his hip. That's a big target on that leg if you can land.
Yeah,
that's a big target to go for. Ooh,
nice uppercut. Taylor. Another shot that he's known for is that uppercut. Look for him to throw the uppercut and the overhand. Good body kick.
That will be the first round.
Yep.
I think, in my opinion, that was Taylor's round there. What do you think, Coop?
Yeah, no, I mean, one thing that I noticed about Haque is that he's really having a problem with the range of Taylor. And Taylor, to his credit, has done a great job at keeping Haque at the distance that he wants to keep him at. All right, and it's going to make it very uncomfortable. And I want to see how he makes the adjustment coming into the second round, if he's a lot more pressure heavy or if he's going to try to set things up a little bit more. Not to say that he wasn't throwing combinations, but a lot of his shots were kind of naked. You weren't seeing a lot of reactions out of Taylor.
Yeah, you hear the term ring generalship thrown around a lot. Ring generalship, in my opinion, is how the fight happens, when the fight happens, and what we're seeing most importantly, where the fight happens. At what distance and what position in the ring is that happening? So I think James Taylor really did a great job in that first round of applying his game plan and using his advantages.
Yeah, and Taylor is just such an a dark horse, right? And he's one of those guys that talk about like a Julio Cigar, right? Where it's like never in a boring fight, but Taylor is just very, very technical, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. Of course, he has the man Haque in front of him, a man that seems to be pressuring early here, so he's going to have to get through him first. We'll have to see if he does, but
I get the feeling.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was going to say, just one of the most fantastic talents that this promotion has to offer.
I get the feeling in the corner, in that Glory MMA corner, because MD Hague came out excited. He is full of energy right now. He's got to press this action here and negate the advantages, the natural advantages that Taylor is possessing and utilizing.
And we talked about this too. I mean, like, that's probably what his corner told him is, hey, we need you to get in his face. We need you to crowd him. To your point, what you said last round, you see now Taylor is trying to have to circle out. That's going to be big. That's going to make Taylor uncomfortable. And Hague's going to be able to kind of utilize his own offense now. So a really good start to the second round here for Haque.
Very solid right hand coming from Taylor, just with no setup either. It's not even a 1-2, it's just that right coming in.
He just drops it. That's a lot of his shots too, and that comes from his angling. He angles himself to where you won't even see those coming. And Haque is trying to walk him down now. Not a bad idea.
Not at all. Hague coming in, weathering a few shots, trying to get in and get his own off.
And it's very impressive too that 12 Gauge is able to land his overhand, because versus shorter guys that usually could present some issues. Let's just say if Hague wanted to come up with an uppercut when James was trying to throw that, but he's been able to really, really use it well. Nice body kick. Nice leg kick though from Hague.
We're going to see, we've got 15 seconds left in this round.
And, I mean, a much better second round, a really good adjustment by the corner and the athlete in the Glory MMA side.
Yeah, MD Hague having a much better showing in the second round. It seemed like maybe in the first you had to get used to that distance and kind of get it down. I still think in this round Taylor was landing the more effective shots, and volume in general. I think Taylor landed more in that round. In my opinion, I think he's up 2 rounds to none.
Third and final round.
I mean,
go ahead.
James Taylor told us he was a big fan of using that low kick from the outside, and we could see why. He can sit out there with impunity at a distance, land it, and then get out of the way. Very slick with his movement right after a shot.
It's really got to be a dream when you have that the height and reach advantage, and it doesn't really matter what you throw. You can you have a little bit more, to your point, impunity with getting away with certain things. So it kind of opens up the creativity. We've seen a wide array, a wide wealth, if you will, of strikes coming from Taylor.
And after seeing that fight with that he had with Guerrero, James Taylor looks like he's evolved his game quite a bit, and it seems like he's gotten more comfortable using the tools that he's got. And his team there at Underdog MMA must be happy with this performance so far.
Absolutely. Here we go, round 3 of a potential 3, each 2 minutes. This is going to be a big one.
Here we go. We'll see.
Nice cross.
Can Hague figure out the puzzle that is James Taylor, or will the 12 gauge continue to go off?
This is one good way to do it. Seems like more pressure than last round. Perhaps he knows that he needs something big here. But Taylor staying really, really composed. No, go ahead.
Hague dangerous though. You can see the power of those shots coming up.
You can hear him too.
Yeah. Oh, Superman punch coming in. We have a Bengal Superman in the building.
And Taylor.
I think I saw a little Bruce Lee. There we go.
Taylor offering up his own interesting strike as well. Oh, a little head movement. I always say, listen, it's one thing to talk when you're up, but it's another thing to talk when you don't know the outcome of a fight, and you got to respect Hague for that.
And Hague is just going straight at him, really coming for him.
The heart of a lion. Nice low kicks again from Taylor. Taylor might be slowing down a little bit.
It seems like Haque is picking up the pace and Taylor's slowing down just a touch.
That might be making him uncomfortable a little bit there. Nice body kick from Haque.
40 seconds remain. And what a tiring pace for both of these athletes.
Yeah, and credit to Haque for picking it up. I mean, even though he must be exhausted having to get in there on the taller man. Jab from Taylor snaps the head back of Haque. Nice body kick.
Haque looking the fresher of the two in this third round, in my opinion.
Absolutely. 15 seconds left here. This might be a big moment. Nice leg kick. And Taylor mixing it up. Just gets out of the way. He's so good at that, at just moving out of the way.
Just getting that distance right out. He wasn't quite returning shots right afterwards, but Buck slugs for everybody as 12 gauge is shooting into the crowd.
And he drops. And Haque doing a little bit of his own celebration. Not sure he knew exactly what to do. Kind of just slap his gloves together there. That is really cool that 12 gauge has his own custom celebration.
It's like an end zone dance.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like something you'd see in Madden or NHL, like a celly. So we're in agreement here. I mean, we feel as though 12 gauge did enough to get that one.
In my opinion, I think it was either 2 rounds. I think it was 3 rounds to none. I think it's going to be unanimous one way or the other. But I think Haque did a great job going in there. And it just took a lot, especially when you have somebody with the attributes of Taylor.
Yeah.
And somebody who not only has those attributes, but has developed in a way that he knows how to use them. And he's obviously very comfortable setting that range and throwing shots out from there.
It's such a difficult puzzle, to your point. I mean,
it is.
With any taller fighter, in any situation, in any weight class.
And you got to consider, I mean, these guys don't have a ton of experience. You know, they're at, 2-0 for Haque and 1-1 for Taylor.
Let's throw it over to Mike Falvo in the cage.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for one hell of a fight. After 3 hard-fought rounds of kickboxing action, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges have scored the fight in favor for your winner by way of unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, James Taylor.
I believe MD Haque will come away from this fight having learned quite a bit, and he'll go back to the gym, work on things. And James Taylor, I'm excited to see what's next for him as well. I hope that we see him at the next K Series or the next RFC. You can follow us at rfc.promotions. You can follow Koopa at COOP TV.
There you go.
You can follow me at Liam Talks Fights.